we go, retrieving the content. Right, I am live, so apologies for that. We'll just pause it there right now for a quick recap. My internet went down. Just double check that I'm showing live. It's saying I'm offline. Yep, there we go. Right, that's it. Yep, that's it. Got that all good. My Ethernet, I've got a booster to plug an Ethernet cable into my computer, and that stopped working. So it basically, over the past minute or two there, it was in half speed, which is perfect. I had to jump up to try and fix it. So Sarah got 114 kills from the dwellers below, which is absolutely crazy. And you can see the actual damage. It's not even just the kills, but the pure damage that was done is absolutely amazing. So we'll play it, and while this is happening, I do have bolt throwers firing in. This is a great eagle. Yes, that was a summoned one. So once again, sorry about that. Obviously that wasn't meant to happen, but we have it. So it might come up as two different videos on my channel. I need to try and work that out. So yep, so unit are white lines, and also when I first come in, don't think it's happened yet actually. No, it doesn't look like it, that's fine. So yeah, this will be two separate videos, apologies. Don't know what to do, mate. I don't know, we'll sort that out. I'll sort that out at my chill time. I'll sort that out, see if I can do something. But yeah, Tyrion's here fighting away, 71 kills he's got. He's healed for 80 health, mainly because the spells were going on. And the bolt throwers are just causing mayhem in here. Between that, they're all poisoned and different things. There's Shadow Warriors here, literally hardly any health, down to less than 20. Right, there's damage here now. I did use the Sun Fang across there. It wasn't a major one, that's why I didn't go out my way to show it, but I did use the Sun Fang to do some damage. They've still got a lot of dudes in reserve. I've still got a lot of ammo in these ones here, and then I've got some ammo coming out. Now these are taking a wee bit of fire. I couldn't work out for who, so it's literally one gate guard can see. Literally one guy. And it took me a while to work out how I was getting shot at. So I've got the bolts firing in. I'm presuming I'll stop them soon. And I'm fighting the princess. I mean, the princess has got nothing on me, to be fair. And you can see the damage that I'm doing. I'm actually thinking about giving Tyrion the Sword of Cain as well. Here's some white lines come in, half health instantly from the volleys, and I'm aiming them there because I felt sometimes I was hitting the walls, so that's kind of missing in any overhits like in here, which as you can tell is doing massive damage. There's the princess, basically dead, 174 health, running away on a horse. Yep. So there's Tyrion at 99, that's him over 100. And then I'm doing a regrowth on him, so I got like 80 health again from the, I don't know what you call it, but the kind of lower attribute. And then I'm getting a lot of health from that. They've summoned another eagle. which is fine. So over here, 152 kills that bolt thrower got, and this one's at 134 with 1 ammunition left. The ones that I'm hitting right there, they're shooting over. I've got that bolt thrower firing. This one's obstructed, so I'm moving it into where the other two were. So I get 153 and 138. So 280, 90 between the two of them, which is fine. Tyrion's in here. Now the other battle that I was going to show, that I'll show at some point, Tyrion gets a lot of kills as well as what he's doing here. But this is against, yes I know right now it's against spears, but silver helms. He's been fighting eagles, a princess, he's been fighting a lot of white lions, shadow warriors, gate guard. Even though spearmen are the low tier infantry for the high elves, they are decent infantry. They're like dwarf warriors in that sense. They're not the best, but they're good. So you've got still lines of white lions that I keep hitting with sun fangs when possible, because it just goes right through them. If only I had like a big wind of death spell, so to speak, or the if I got a shadows mage, the penumbrum pendulum, I think you call it, that would do so much damage there. So how's wee Sarah doing? Just chilling there. Using her and Alarielle's arcane conduit when possible. Tyrion's up at 180. There we go. There's an awakening of the wood. Done some decent health. Nothing absolutely crazy. And now if you look there, there's other bolt throwers in position. Good, decent hit there. So yes, there's maybe 23 of them left, but they've only got 500 health, which means they're pretty much going to die very, very quickly. Sometimes that's what I feel the bolt throwers do. They don't get enough credit for what they do, because it's not just about kills, it's about doing damage. I mean, you think these guys have got 6,000 health. If you do 5,000 health damage to them, but don't kill anybody, to me that's better than somebody doing 1,000 health but only killing 10. Like, you're damaging them so much, and that's what's happening here. Yeah, and they two are fine, so 6 kills and 35 now. Tyrion's at 220, and they still get half health that he can recover to make him just under full, just over full, the way it would work out now. And I do have his Heart of Avalon, but personally I would prefer not to use it. I prefer to heal him. Now a lot of people, you could say that is me wasting magic, but I don't want him to get less than 10% in case he gets sniped. Now what I didn't notice at the time, but it's just started here, is this bolt thrower is firing. Now, are they firing single bolt or multi bolts? Is multi and multi. So they're killing their own guys. That looked like a single bolt, to be honest. It was getting fired. We'll keep an eye out here and look for them. They're easy to spot because they're spread. Yeah, that's single bolts. So yeah, they're hurting themselves. I've upgraded my deadlines so my feint and riposte. So I'm doing well here. I notice there's archers here shooting down. I'm getting my mage to do the Awakening of the Woods on the walls, just damage them health wise, because that's them half health, but they've not killed anybody, so to me that's really good, because it means that when Tyrion fights them, it's a lot easier for them. Now there's a spell coming in here. That's another Awakening of the Wood. We just saw it up there. It killed, they were at 90 to 67, so there's 23 and 8, so there's another 30 of them dead. And yep, 145 kills. And yep, I did do dwellers below to get absolutely rid of these gate guard. Mainly because Tyrion's not got very many guys left round about him, so the damage on him would be quite significant. He's got a lot of armour and different things, but it still would have been damaging. And if you notice, the bolt throwers are targeting these sea guard with shields, absolutely destroying them. Tyrion taking a few hundred points of damage there. And there's archers here now that want to fight me. That's him half health already, that's only 2 or 3 volleys. Their bolt throws are coming into attack. You can see 15 minutes in, they've lost more than half. They're at 900 instead of 2,200 and 85. In fact, I know why, maybe it was at 82 instead of 81. Did they maybe have a summonable that they've lost? Anyway, bolt thrower is still firing in. I used a regrowth there, mainly to get as well. Obviously the health is good, that's him now, he can't heal anymore. But also he was very tired, which puts your stats down pretty significant, I must admit. So him going back up to fresh is really handy, especially when they're all charging in. So that's the sea guard running away, and now a couple of volleys in just to make sure that they're gone. And we'll see what kills we're at now. That's out of ammo 82, so not as much, but they're more spread out than what they were at the start. They're out at 140, so that's perfect. They're at 0 and they're at 0, they're getting ready to fire. Does that mean we only got 2 left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, there's another one there. I was going to say I did have 7 in total. So they're firing against these white lines of Gracia just to help me out. And then I've told some to fire on the walls, do some damage, because there's less people actually on the ground than what there is on the walls right now. These bolt throws are still firing. In fact, they're both obstructed, probably by the eagles above them. Oh no, they're not. Tyrion's at 397, will he go to 400 against these white lines? No, 399. He's taking a few hits there, but literally he just stands there and just takes them. So here we go, up onto the walls. Ooh, I've got frenzy, I didn't know I had frenzy. I genuinely didn't know I had frenzy. Well, that's about 406 already, and because they're there, I'm getting shredded. They're still there, but that doesn't bother me, the spearmen sitting there. If it was archers, then yes, I would have wanted rid of them, but they're not archers. I just turned round at the wrong moment there. There we go, get out of there because there was a lot of guys moving and doing the same thing. So you can see the morale's starting to come down. We've got more archers coming over, shadow warriors actually. The bolt throws are shooting at me while I'm up here, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, if they hit me, they're not doing much damage, but if they hit their own guys, they're killing them. I mean, they've probably killed a fair few, maybe not hundreds, but they've killed a fair few. These spearmen are doing nothing, they're just standing there, and their leadership's down, the army losses have kicked in, and I did make a wee mistake earlier that I missed. I brought Sarah round to there instead of Tyrion. It was to attack the archers that were lined up there at that point. So, heal Sarah back to full. Let the bolt throwers get the kills. I mean, 460 kills for Tyrion. Yes, he used his full 3,200 health, so which technically, if I didn't heal him at all, he would have died, but I get the Heart of Avalon anyway. So that, for all this carnage, is absolutely outstanding. And even here, You can see the death in the wake here. Is there any more volleys coming in? No. There we go. So literally we lost nobody. So here's the kills: 416 for Tyrion, 165 for Sarah. None of my infantry or my Phoenix was in combat. 153, 138, 82, 146. If we continue, wrong button. But anyway, and the kills from the other bolt throwers were actually pretty good. You had that one at was it 40? You had one at about 80. And one that never really got me, and I think it got maybe 10, 11. And that is just purely because they were the last ones to fire. The first ones that fired were firing in when you had the big clump at the start when I did the dwellers below. So there was a lot more targets to hit, so therefore killing a lot more. And I'll just quickly go on to the campaign. So as you can see roughly where we're at, because I'm doing these videos, these replays of the battles in my campaign, mainly because of everything that's going on. I've not got as much time to physically record. Like, so I'd love to do my Woodhouse campaign, continue on, but I don't have time to do a big 3-hour live stream or whatever else. Even an hour live stream, to be honest, 25 to 30 minutes is about my limit at the moment. It might change, it might not for a wee while. So I'm just doing campaigns for fun. Then if I'm needed for anything, I'm here. So you can see I'm slightly behind the way fragments, but I'm getting 39 a turn for missions, for buildings. Nagorond have done their thing. Exoto are just about their second one, and Clan Rictus are going for their one. Why they only get 2 ritual sites? Because it's only 2 I can see. But no, they should have more than 2. I thought you had to have 3. Unless maybe they only had 2 at the point. But anyway, so I tamed that off Clan Rictus, which is fine. And I'm going to take Hotate's Column. It is plagued, but to be fair, that doesn't bother me. I just want it to stop them getting that, because I confederated over here with Alethanar and Nagaroth. There's a gate that I just tamed. So you've got the Griffin gate that I've still to take, which is big. You've got the Unicorn gate. They've actually got Phoenix Guard and things. So that's even better upgraded. Sorry, Unicorn gate, yep. Over here I've got everything pretty built up. Lothern is basically, once that's done in one more turn, that is fully built up, and look at the money that I'm getting in, it's absolutely crazy. I've got an entrepreneur wizard in here to get the money better. Research rate plus 10% faction wide as well, don't know where that came from. But the attach rate plus 3 faction wide, income from buildings local province. They're Disciple of the Phoenix, wins a magic power reserve plus 10, and research rate plus 10% faction wide. To be honest, that actually would be better on Sarah. Same as things like this. I need to go through all my items. Embers of the Phoenix, bounce spell. That is good. Who's that on? That's on yours too, so we'll go and change that off him. I've got this army that was made because the Pirates of Satosa came to attack me, so to make an army quickly, and that's why I've got some vampiric corruption. So this army was just quickly made up, and now they're going on the offensive against them. I've got 936, I need 1060, so it won't be long till I'm doing that. I'm getting a lot of money, I'm trading. My main traders are down here. The Falls on the Gash, getting 1500 from them. What else is happening? Where is Tyrion? So here's Tyrion's army currently. It is literally after the Eagle Gate I tamed the Artspan. So all that Tyrionic have got left is this Griffin Gate that I'm aware of. Yes, so I think, can you recruit a Lord for a gate? Yes, they could recruit a Lord, but they can't recruit anybody else. I'm recruiting some Sisters of Avalon here to swap with the normal archers. Yes, they're very experienced, but Sisters of Avalon are fire, magical damage and armor piercing. Alariel moved their army from the gate, come down and has just taken over Vol's Anvil. But over at Alethana, that Yurtul or whatever, the assassin, he's got... Why does he get that? The Embers of the Phoenix. Regeneration, there's a chance of dying, yes, okay, but... That's really good for a hero to have. And then my research is up at 143 because I've got... is it Tyrion's... do all of them get the... You see, I never properly looked through here for different things. I mean, that's melee defense plus 10 for dragon, public order, poison attacks. We'll go with public order. But he's beat he's beat Malekith as well. He doesn't have any armor, so we'll give him that armor. I never even looked at his skills. Where's Ilaria? We'll look at hers. Renowned and loved hers is different. Upkeep for all units in the army. Campaign movement range. There's Elven Scholar. They're 15% faction wide. That's the Handmaiden. Yep, so every hero can get that. Every army. So it might be a thing if you want to kind of cheese the game a bit and get your research very quickly. It's just upgrade your lords. I've done it here without actually realising it. I'm going to upgrade the lords to go over here and get that research rate plus 50% faction wide, which is absolutely crazy. The fact that you can get it on everyday. Alethanar's slightly different, but he has a legendary lord. So does he get any upkeep, like the strike draft master? Nope, but he might get something here. Missile. There's missile damage plus 12%, all armies faction wide, which is absolutely amazing. That's Lord's Army, Lord's Army. So yeah, so every battle within reason, I'll try and show you a bit of what I'm going to do in the campaign. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Poopy out, toodaloo, the new.